So this is slightly different, right? Okay. Let me take this out. Okay, so I've got these parts. I'm now going to put in locators. So this is an EDM track. That means my locators are different. I start off with the intro still, but now I've got a part A. Let's go back to the block. Part A introduces the track, so it's simple melody. Part B, you do a build up. You build up so that in the drop, during the build, you build up your energy. Then you increase by increasing some of these things like layers. At the drop is the climax of the song. So you bring in the full beat and the bass line. Then you have a breakdown where everything becomes quiet. Then you basically start the process again. So let's see how that translates into music. So I'm going to set 9 at bar 9 is part A, part 33 is my build. 33 is my build. Wait. And where's my drop? My drop is at 49. And I have a breakdown at 69. So when you have all of these locators put in, you already know what you can do with the music. Because now that I say for intro, right, I just want the music running and I want to now drag in from my EDM set of samples. EDM samples. I'm going to drag in a percussion loop from the drum loops. Percussion loop number 1. This one. Okay. So I'm dragging it in from the beginning of the intro because I want to get people into the mood for dancing already, right? Then I want to add in my piano loop. So I've got instrumental loops as well. Synth loops. What was it? Instrument loops. Piano loops. Piano loops in F sharp minor. You'll see two things. One is that this originally is 140, but my song is in 135. But since these samples are usually pre-warped when they arrive, it should fit properly. Okay, it's fitting nicely. It's 140. The other thing is in F sharp minor. You remember F sharp minor to change to E, what you need to do? Well, let's get back to the block. It's actually in last week's lesson on loops and samples. From F sharp, I want to go to E. F sharp, F to E. So I need to go down by 2 steps. So let's go down by 2 steps on the pitch here. -2. So now let's hear how it sounds like. Very loud. I'm turning the volume down by to -9. So I can now, in part A, I'm going to, the vocal starts. I'm going to add in a bass sound. So I can actually play in something. So bass sound, let's check. I want a saw, a complex saw. I'm going to insert a MIDI track. and then drag in my complex saw, and I'm going to add in a baseline. Now to save time, I've already pre-recorded my own baseline before, so pardon me if I kind of like cheat a bit. So this is my part A baseline. So when you see I'm here, I'm only using this notes in the scale. Scale off, scale on, right? Eight bars in, I want to add in a drum kit, and I'm going to add in my 909 drum kit. So the 909 drum kit, which we all have, is here. Again, I'm going to right click, insert the MIDI track, and drag in my drum kit. And I'm going to put in a very straightforward 4 beats. Okay, that I'm starting 8 bars later, right? So I'm starting here. Hey. No, my mistake. I should highlight 1 bar. Yeah, 1 bar. Insert MIDI clip. So I can stretch it out. Oh, okay. So I've got this thing going. This one can be louder. Oh, let me switch off the metronome. Eight bars later, I'm going to make a copy of this and paste it here. And instead, now I'm going to put in a hi-hat. Sorry. Sorry. Undo is your friend. So during the build, I don't want to have this anymore. So I'm just going to take it away. Okay. So, oh, my kick and my snare. Maybe my kick and snare, I don't find them powerful enough. I can actually replace the kick and the snare. So if I double click on the device, I can go to the cymatics, and I can go to the drum one shots because they got one shot kicks. I can replace the kick with an infinity kick. Then it sounds like this. So it gives me a heavier kick, right? What else can I do? For the build, I'm going to use the house build up because they've got a build up here, build up, house build up. But I can't start right from 33 because my actual drop is only later. So I must actually bring it just before my actual drop starts, which is 49. I also want to add in a super saw loop, which is here because it gives me more instruments. It's a synth loop here. Oh yeah, this is meant for the drop itself. Okay, I'm going to change the bass pattern also because I'm trying to build up here, right? So I'm going to change the bass pattern. I've already pre-programmed my bass pattern. So I'm just gonna put it here. And I stop my bass just before the beat starts. Okay, so when I hit the drop, now everything is to come in. Full drum loop. Full drum loop. Number 18. I'm dropping it here onto track number 26, which is my loops. And then I'm going to add in also the synth loops from the drop, which is a super saw, which is D minor. Since it's D minor, I need to transpose it. So how much do I need to transpose it? Back to the D to E, D sharp, E, 2 steps. Okay, got it. 2 steps. Okay. Again, I better make this all -9. Sorry, -9 so that it won't overload. And let's see anything else. My bass, I need a new pattern for my bass also. Let's get a new pattern for my bass. If you had noticed, my chords are still the same. I'm actually just changed the pattern, made it more bouncy. If you listen just to the bass itself, it is like this. Then the drums itself is like this. And the additional super saw on top is, wow, it's really loud. I think I'll turn it down to maybe even -15 because there's singing going on. So the whole song sounds like this. You can hear it building up. So that's a very basic kind of EDM remix. Yeah. So you can, those who like this can go into breakout